Arcane one and yonks, but it's also been a very long time since we've actually seen the creators of Arcane actually get into an interview. Um, I think the last one would have been like Nicrit's one where he went to LA and sat down with Christian, I think a couple of days after Arcane was done. So, again, this is a very notable... now, for those that are new to this channel, I'm a Vi fan. So Vi's my main one. But there's some things in here I want to get through, both as a storyteller and also as... I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wall right now. I'm seeing all the wall art. And also someone that's a fan of Arcane. There is some potential things right here, and I want to get over one real quick to kind of spell obviously. This is kind of a very... Yeah, she's alive, pretty much, instant. So if you were doubting, if you thought that she wasn't alive, well, this is going to prove it to you that she is.
What the hell happened to Jinx? Please, explain.
I mean... ... Yeah, we kind of don't want to explain.
I saw it pretty clearly in my mind, right?
Oh, can you share your perspective?
My perspective? Oh, I mean, let's just say that, you know, I think all the people who saw the beginning of the show and then saw the end, like, everything is connected. So what you saw in the beginning connects to the end.
Now, what does that mean? Let me show you Season 1, Episode 1, and then right after, Season 2, Episode 9.
One day, I'm gonna ride in one of those things.
So there you go. That's pretty much Amanda telling you that she's obviously not dead. I mean, every fan knows, and even Riot knows that she's too big of a mascot. I mean, even for the fighting game coming out, Jinx is their mascot, even though her sister in Arcane is a literal street fighting character that's perfect for that new fighting game they're releasing. But still, Jinx is its main mascot, so she's obviously not dead. Simply referring to the start and the finish. There's obviously more things I want to talk about this, but I thought, you know, the whole Jinx debacle was very important to talk about, and yeah, that's just pretty much Amanda telling you that she's not dead.
I'll say though, there has been a lot of fan feedback. This animated series, I believe, has raised what animation is to the next level, and it has been so wonderful to see.
I just want to bring up that real quick, what she just said, and I got to agree with her. I mean, I'm not genuinely a big animation guy. I am a gamer, so I'm definitely acceptable to animation. I kind of got into Avatar, saw it as a kid here and there, but like Airbender and Korra. Around when coronavirus hit, and I really loved Korra. I thought it was awesome. Probably better that I watched it without being told it was shit. And yeah, I've gotten into animation over the years since coronavirus with, you know, Dragon Dogma, Dragon Prince, Castlevania. I'm not an anime guy at all. But all those sort of animations have been majority 2D animation. And then Arcane comes in with its 3D mixed with 2D, and it's drop dead gorgeous. I mean, there's cosplayers with just a bit of makeup and the right costume can make themselves... I apologise. Can make themselves look exactly like the Arcane characters. It's a beautiful blend between your imagination with this 2D and 3D, but also, you know, it sort of breathes a bit more reality into it. You know, it feels somewhat closer to it being real, but it's still on that side where you know it's animation, and it's so beautifully crafted. It's exquisite, man. It really has, I believe, brought a brand new level to animation. I mean, these guys have produced something that has broken through whatever anyone else has done before and brought it to a brand new tier. And, you know, that is amazing. It's unfortunate it takes so long to goddamn do. And they talk about this as it takes them half a second, and I'm pretty sure you've heard this already. Half a second, you know, of animation for a show takes them a day to do for one animator. But I'm not going to get into that sort of detail. The really thing I want to get into is the ideas of spin-offs.
Has it influenced spin-off ideas?
As a creator, you have to make your thing. Otherwise, you're servicing an idea that's not yours, and you're going to fail, period. Now,
what he means by that, obviously, is that, you know, Christian and Alex started this project, and this is why Arcane is so fucking good. It's not some corporate idea, or obviously it is. It didn't start in some boardroom, with a bunch of suits thinking about how to make money. It started from the hearts of two young men that wanted to create a story for the League of Legends audience, which also happens to captivate millions of more people like myself that I would never still touch the game. Like, fuck that. But he's for like 10 plus years he's been making this, right? And this is his goal, is to tell the story that he believes is right for League of Legends. One of the things that I always remember reading about was one of his comments saying, what do the characters do when you turn the game off? Where do they go? Where do they sleep? How do they enjoy their off time? And that was the focus point of this entire thing with Arcane and whatever comes next. It is a very beautiful concept, and this is why, like I said, Arcane has done so good, because these guys, it's very passionate to them. It's a large section of their life. It's very raw, so they 100%, they got to keep on what they're doing. But what he talks about soon is very, very important.
You need to kind of stay in control. You need to be able to judge, is this good or bad? Because if I'm not making it for myself, how do I even judge that?
Yes, I mean, honestly, I do my little stories on YouTube, for Skyrim, because I love Skyrim, and I want to tell a very passionate sort of story of the journey of Skyrim rather than anything else, and I love doing it. And I've even done my own little spin-off where I went off and told a different story from the one that I was telling, and I liked it, but I wasn't fully there for it. I was kind of at the end of it, eager to finish it, and I did. I finished it before I really wanted to because my game was crashing. But you're not 100% there, and if you're not 100% there, it's not going to be the best story. You need to be 100% into your own story to really give the audience, if it's 1 million people, if it's 1,000 people, if it's 100 people, or it's 15 people, it doesn't matter. They will feel what you're feeling when you're making it, And he's right about that 100%. When it comes to spin-offs, Christian and Link might 100% just be full-on telling the future stories of where they're going now into Noxus and then either Ionia or Damaskia, which, that's where they're going for that, and then they might branch off later into the Freljords, or they might go south into Shurima and other places like that, but also the TV series, the live action, and shit like that. But what he mentions really soon is, I really like this.
And then there was like this trusted circle of people that all kind of got to become the captains of their own ship, if you will. So I think that's where I was looking for.
So what he means by that is, essentially, like I said, they've been doing this for 10 plus years, and there's been a lot of people that have stayed with him and Alex and the team for that long that are also League of Legends fans, or have, that might not be. I doubt they're not. But again, they might be able to become the captains of their own ship in this and create their own stories. I mean, Amanda right there, she is very heavily involved in Vi and Caitlyn's story. She is a lesbian, and she really wanted to tell a proper good story for lesbians, these two characters which are lesbians. So she could very well become the leader of her very own animated show. It does take place with Caitlyn and Vi. It does go forward with those characters as her being the head honcho of that story. And, another fan of Echoes could, in the team, could do that, or even more with the future of the Noxus show. There might be someone on the Noxus show which absolutely loves Katarina and might go and do a show based on her past, or might continue her journey here or there. And that's the great thing about it. They're not investing in characters or stories, they're investing in people. So they're going to pick people up along the way that love a certain character, that, and they're going to put those people that show that sort of love for it in charge of the story, and they'll be able to create their own. And at the end of the day, I don't think Fortiche, who's the director to the left over there, the French man, I don't think they're going to be doing everything, of course. I honestly don't even give a shit if they animate it in 2D or the 4G style, or the new Avatar League of Cinematic or whatever. Like, honestly, man, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I would love to see a sort of anime style of the Arcane universe. That'd be beautiful, because it means you get more. Instead of having to wait many, many years, because what these guys do at Fortiche is fucking impressive. It's, like I said, it's new level sort of stuff. So, it's going to obviously take a very long time with the level of detail these guys go into, where it might not take as long with 2D animation and stuff like that. But we're going to kind of progress on.
And now we can say, hey, we've worked together for such a long time. We worked on this show for 10 years together. You know, if the individual kind of key contributors to the project, like what would they want to do if they kind of had their own, like, hey, like what kind of story would you want to tell? What kind of character do you want to focus on? So that
right there, like I said, they're investing in people that have been with them for a long time, that put a lot of work and effort and love into what they do at Riot and of course Fortiche. And I definitely believe that I think we'll definitely see a Kate and Vi spin-off of movies before anything else, because I think Amanda being the lead writer, I don't know if she's going to be interested or focused in, obviously she's a writer, she'll do whatever she's paid to do, but she might be very interested on continuing Vi's and Caitlyn's story and leading that team into that and putting it in movie seats. Because if you were to put Arcane in the movies, no one would want to go and see it. It's like, oh, it's a League of Legends movie, and I would have been like, fuck that. But putting it on Netflix was a tactical decision to get it onto the biggest streaming service in the world and have many people come in and watch it. Riot have always been trying their absolute hardest to get more people into League of Legends. They tried with Riot Forge, but it was League of Legends players playing those games, not new people. That's why they shut it down, apparently. And then Arcane comes in, and it gets millions upon millions of more viewers that aren't even associated with gaming or League of Legends, and people that don't even play it. And most of the things you'll see anywhere and everywhere is watch the show, but do not play the game. So again, if they were to do movies, like, you know, a three-movie saga sort of thing, this would put us on seats, because we've gone and we've watched Netflix, we've been heavily emotionally deprived and invested into it, that we would then go to the cinemas to catch up on these stories, and this would be a nice little tidy profit, hopefully, for Riot, because all they need to do is get out there. It's like Spider-Verse, you know? It's Marvel. It's Spider-Man. Everyone knows what that stuff is. You don't have to put it into a show. You can put it in the cinemas and people will go and watch it. And they've now done that with Arcane and the future stories they're going to be telling in the TV shows. They can then have these people go in and branch off that love certain characters and want to continue them and put those things into movies, regardless if it's Fortiche animation or it's a 2D style animation, things like that. But again, this is kind of what I think he means by spin-offs. He's not going to really focus on it. He is the director of that sort of thing, so he had no doubt, like the Dave Filoni of the animation version of Riot, but other teams will be able to go off and do their own thing, and he'll overlook it and make sure it all goes to plan, sort of what keeps intact his story, what he envisions for the League of Legends animated universe.
So that's we've been investing heavily in that, to really invest in the people rather than projects, you know?
So that's, like I said, that's a very, very good thing, because, well, I mean, yeah, you want to really invest in these people that have honestly, dude, there's going to be people that have been working there for ages, and he mentions this, that there's people that started off as single, and now they've got kids that are in school. They put a lot of their life, time, and effort and love into these projects, and they've no doubt picked up characters. No doubt most of them have played, or within that time, have played League of Legends and have a favourite character. I'm going to say champ, because that's kind of the right way of saying it with these kind of guys. And they, that showed up in Arcane. Or even, it could very well be these people, like say Amanda takes the job of a Kate Vi spin-off, but someone in the team really likes Piltover and Zahn, or really likes Singed, they can continue his story in that way, or they like a character that did not show up. Like, I forgot her name. Seraphine, I think it is Seraphine. It might be Seraphine. She's a young sort of pop star mage sort of character, and they really like her, so they might jump into Amanda's project and help her with that while writing it, to introduce characters that did not show up in Arcane. And it's very good because, again, people are what create these things. It's people's passions. It's Alex and it's Christian's passion that brought Arcane to life. These are just two dudes, two young men, that were, you know, customer reps, and they were, and Chris was into music and stuff like that, but brought this thing to life. It was pure and absolute passion, and this is why this project is beloved, and why I think it's the best animation I've ever watched, or best show I've ever watched for that matter, because it came directly from the heart, and that is what makes things good. Not money, not budget, not time frames, heart. And look, at the end of the day, I love Arcane. I mean, if you're watching this, you most likely do yourself. I'm a storyteller myself. I'm nowhere near in that sort of fashion, and I never will be. I'm just a dude that, very much like Christian, I wanted to create something, and I wanted to share it with people, and it was the story of Skyrim, as his was for League of Legends. I played this game for a very long time. I've probably got like, I could probably say like 60 to 70 hours worth of content when it comes down to this, and these are the videos I do, and they're all voiced and all that sort of stuff, and they've all got an important part of the story like that. I mean, I do have a one spin-off on this, and they're just right there, but again, I enjoy doing this, and that is the main reason. Even if there's 15 people that enjoy it, that means 15 people get to enjoy it. So I understand from the perspective where Christian comes from, but he's got a lot more shit to deal with, as he's got to create everything from scratch and money side of things. But who knows? I think with the, I don't know what it's called, some sort of animation thing in Europe called Annecy or something like that will come out, and apparently the Arcane logo is expiring on Twitter a couple days after this thing and being replaced with something new, so there could be an announcement of what comes, very much like the Season 2 announcement for Arcane, how it's just like the background logo and 3 words, or 3 lines from both Vi, Kate and Jinx, which were part of the same episode of their fight in the sewers, something like that. So it could very well be an announcement of something. We probably won't see anything like, you know, an animation like we did with Arcane. League of Legends cinematics, but it definitely could be an announcement. On that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will link her video in this description right about. You should see it come up really soon. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Have a good one.